What is up with it? Today we are back with round 8 of the LATAM finals. Shout outs to Shanks Events for just streaming this. Like, this is incredible. Like, I'm so happy about it. Today we have a Smoker versus a Shanks. I apologize, I'm unfamiliar with both of these players, but they're 7-1, so obviously good players. If they win, one of their next two rounds, including this one, so this is round 9. If they win either this round or the next round, they're guaranteed top cut, I believe. Um, I think even if they lose both, there's a chance they can bubble in. But it'll be pretty interesting. So I don't know who won rock, paper, scissors. I have to imagine Smoker, but I could be wrong. I'm going to go ahead and play brand new and grab the Ice Age. I'm sure that will be very important for removing these big Shanks bodies. Um, I have to imagine Smoker's leader effect could play a role, just getting boosted that extra 1k versus a deck like Shanks. Definitely could come up. However, Shanks isn't going to be playing any of those little one drops or anything that allow you to have your leader effect online for free. Um, both players look like they're having a good time, happy to be there. I don't know about you guys, but I am personally experiencing a ton of FOMO. Wish I was there. I almost went at one point when signups were still available. But plane tickets were just a little bit more expensive than I wanted to. Um, and in hindsight, I should have literally just done it. You only live once. Um, but gonna play the Rebecca. The 5 swing, of course, did not go through. Are we gonna play down a Brook here? Yep, the classic Rebecca Brook. Um, honestly, genuinely, those two cards should not exist at the same time. Um, Like, it's actually Rebecca playing Brooke is actually just so unbelievably broken. Um, so gonna go ahead and swing 6 at 4. Um, Rebecca Brooke is the problem. In case anyone wanted to know what the problem with Black was, just actually so insane. Establishing a blocker that also establishes another threat. That's a real threat every single turn is just too good. Okay, Lucky Roo. Lucky Roo. Okay, okay. So this Lucky Roo should be able to deal with this Brook pretty easily. Um, I'm actually not too familiar with. Oh, but Lucky Roo also actually is only on KO. So if we have a Tashigi here, that's not the correct Tashigi. That's the 3 cost Tashigi, and I can't tell what the. I only can tell the Ice Age and the 3 cost Tashigi. If we have the 5 cost Tashigi, which I don't think we do based on the way that we're playing this. If we do, we're trolling ourselves, and there's no way that we're doing it in this order. Um, if we did. Oh no, we only have the 3 cost Tashigi. Man, because that 5 cost Tashigi um, trashes. So it would have been able to get around this Lucky Roo. Instead, we have to Kobe pop it, and then we're going to lose our Brook, which, you know, considering Brook is just so overtuned, it feels bad, but it's all good. I have to imagine with our last two done, we're either going to be playing a brand new or just swinging bigger. Yep, looks like we're just going to swing bigger. Have to imagine we're going to take this. No trigger. All right, we're going to pass over. If anyone is watching this after they got back from Mexico, and they were at this event, I'd love to hear about your experience. Okay, so gonna go ahead and swing 5 with the Shanks. Benjamin looks displeased. um, Okay, gonna go ahead and give out the Borsellino. And then we're gonna go ahead and play the Beckman, trashing the Kobe. I think as Benjamin, um, we are feeling okay about that. He does look kind of nervous though, some shaking. Makes sense. I would be crazy nervous too. Um, if anyone has insight um, into this matchup, I'd love to know who is supposed to be favored. I know with Lucci Shanks, there's a lot of mixed reviews on exactly how the matchup goes. To me personally, it's hard for me to imagine a world where Lucci is not favored, but I know plenty of people who think that Shanks can do well versus Lucci. So um, Smoker obviously being a little bit different than Lucci. I would be interested in knowing why Benjamin decided to take Smoker specifically. Um, maybe he thought that it does better into BY and he expected a lot more BY at this event because of what happened last weekend in Orlando. The Ben Beckman now being a one cost. Not exactly sure what will. I'm guessing we're going to end up going um, 5 with brand new. That's going to get minused. This just seems awful, right? Why didn't we just swing 8 with Smoker? Um, like maybe I'm just unfamiliar with the matchup dynamics, but I feel like it's way better to deal a damage than it is to get one single 2k out of hand. Um, I don't know. Like I think 5-6 is pretty reasonable in this game state versus a lot of decks. But versus Shanks, where you're just getting leader effect plus a 2k, it seems kind of awful. Like, I feel like the Shanks player is pretty happy that's how it went. But Benjamin is 7-1. And I have to imagine being 7-1, he has played this matchup quite a lot. You know, Shanks is an extremely popular deck. Um, I personally don't understand why, but it is. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and swing over the Brook. It should only have 1k power. There's no way we're ever protecting it. And we're just going to pass. This brand new is tragically like 1000 power. So if we swing with it this turn, we're a psychopath. We're now on what I believe is the 10 Dawn turn. We'll see if we get to start firing off some geckos starting this turn. I wasn't able to see if he had any in his hand. We do know that the one Ice Age was used up. Um, I think he just attached 2 and swung 7. And yep, we've got the gecko. I think we're not even removing this Rayleigh. Bro, is this deck bad? Oh, this deck is awful. This is what we're doing with our Gecko Moira these days? Alright, I think just surely Shanks wins this game, right? Feels pretty unlikely that that's not going to be the case. Based on how this has gone, like, we're at 3 life, we get to so easily slam down a 10 Oh, never mind, or we just don't have it, I guess. The lime juice gets to go ahead and make it so the Rebecca cannot block. Not exactly sure why we determined it was important to do that. Excuse me. Not exactly sure why we determined it was important that Rebecca didn't block this turn, but gonna go ahead and swing 5 at the Brook, eliciting a 2K out of the Smoker. Wow. I mean, this Gecko actually has gotten crazy value. Despite being an awful Gecko. Like, we forced a 2K Lime Juice to be played. And then we got an AK swing into the Brook. And we still have our blocker. And their 5-cost Rayleigh didn't even get the draws. Alright, I take back everything I said about the Gecko being awful. I genuinely feel like our Shanks player basically just skipped his turn. He literally played a 5-drop blocker on his turn and got rid of our Brook and passed. For a 10-down turn, that is so unbelievably awful. We are representing Red Hawk. So maybe Red Hawk will be able to get rid of this Rebecca, which would be, you know, obviously good. I wanna win one of the top 8 Rebeccas, man. They look so good. I think it's maybe my favorite card art in the game. Either that or the alt art Kuzan from OP10. That one looks so good. The original alt art of Gecko Moria also looks really good. They're always black cards. Bandai loves the black cards. They put crazy work into their art. Okay, gonna -1 on the Silver's Rayleigh and then swing 7. Just gonna look through the trash real quick. Probably trying to see if there's a Rebecca in there, or if by using the Red Hawk, if he's giving him back the Rebecca to play off of the Gecko. Which I don't believe there is a Rebecca in there. Oh, gonna swing 12 into the Rayleigh. And then we have 5 Dawn remaining. And yeah, we do have the Red Hawk. And I think he must have Red Hawk leader affected. This is like, I don't even know what this game is. I don't even know what this game is. This is a weird game. I don't think I've ever played a game of One Piece like this. This is just weird. They're just kind of throwing things at the wall. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen 2 players play less on curve. Like, we didn't play the Tashigi. We didn't play the 10-drop Shanks. Like, we didn't play like a second Gecko. I don't even know what other top end smoker plays now. Is it just Gecko, or do they play the Sabo maybe? I'm uncertain. But we got the Rayleigh down. Not a manga Rayleigh. Sad to see the Nestor is poor. Okay, so we're swinging 8 into the 6,000 power Gecko. And that goes through. And then gonna swing 5 at life. We only have 4 cards in hand. We have to give up 1, and then he's gonna swing 6, and then we take. Oh. Okay, Smoker has decided that he does not want to have any cards for the rest of the game. Fair enough. Not really sure what he's thinking there. I don't think it makes sense to counter that. I don't think you survive an extra turn by countering that. Like, I think you're either going to win the game in your next 2 turns or you're going to lose the game in your next 2 turns. So I don't think countering there makes any sense, especially as black. Black is a very combo-centric color, needing both the reduction and the KO at the same time. So when you go down to only 3 cards in your hand, you're really trying to spin a fairy tale in your mind that you're going to somehow have the perfect reduction and the perfect KO at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and play this TCG minus the Rayleigh. Then we'll go ahead and minus the Rayleigh. Oh, excuse me. Minus the Rayleigh again with leader effect, and then we'll trash it with the TCG. And then we're just going to go ahead and swing 10 at Shanks, I would imagine. Would be a little weird if he swung this at the Rayleigh. Because then it would... Well, he's swinging 11. So maybe, depending on how many cards are in the Shanks' hand. Maybe. In which case, maybe it was fair enough to counter that last swing. Really interesting case for that Smoker. Is that like a sound loader, or... I didn't know Smoker had a sound loader, if true. I'm not really one for accessories or shiny cardboard or anything. It's not really what I look for in the game. But I know a lot of people really care about that sort of stuff. Like, if you couldn't tell, I was being completely facetious earlier when I commented on the rarity of the Rayleigh. Yeah, I think maybe was that at life? I can't really tell actually, because he red hawked. I think since he red hawked plus 2K'd, I think that was for sure at life. Okay, we're getting the new gate down. We get to attach a Dawn to... Looks like we're choosing Lime Juice. We're going to go ahead and KO the TCG. We're going to go ahead and swing 5 at life. And then depending on if we have a event, we are either going to swing 5 or 6. Yep, looks like we're going 6. Radical Beam has fallen out of favor a lot. So not surprised to see that we're not trying to represent it. Swinging 8, and we have a potential trigger. I'm not sure what it could be. I don't even know what relevant trigger we would care about here. Tempest Sky Slicer would be pretty sick. But even then, we are not winning the game. Yeah, Shanks is definitively winning this. Not sure I really got any insight into this matchup, but I could definitely see a world where it's Shanks favored. But I do think it felt really bad that we missed our TCG on 6. But I think Smoker's probably just a really bad deck if you miss TCG on 6, to be honest. I think that card ridiculously hard carries Smoker. It's like Smoker has like 4 good cards, right? It's like Tashigi, Gecko, Brook, Rebecca. Um, and every other card in the deck is awful. Ice Age, awful. 3-cost Tashigi, awful. Like, these are just not good cards. Brand new, really good when you can play him with Hound Blaze. Like, his own brand new trolled him this game. His own brand new gaslit him into thinking he should go 5-6 when that was. I mean, someone let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong about that, but I think there's absolutely no world where he was ever supposed to go 5-6 there. Yep, Ice Age, not good, dude. Tempest Kick is crazy. Ice Age. Last time I read Ice Age, it's a neg 1. Just to be clear, Ice Age is a crazy card. I'm mostly joking. Did we draw another Gecko? I feel like that's the only way we come even close to potentially surviving. We did. Okay, so we're gonna have the Rebecca. We're gonna have the brand new. We're gonna get to play the Brook and KO this this new gate. Um, we're still gonna need a lot of help to survive this next turn. I don't know how many cards are in hand. His trash is so big, by the way. And we did find the 2K off of brand new, which helps a lot, obviously. And then we're going to go ahead and Rebecca grab that Brook. Play the Brook. KOing the new gate. And then we'll go ahead and pass turn. I mean, the thing is, our opponent still has a lot of threats on board. And he's playing red, so he can easily have rushers like Dragon. Hard to say for sure. And I believe that's a Lime Juice, which is just instantly game. The Lime Juice here is actually just instantly game, so now he just kind of gets to pick whatever numbers he wants to kill. He's going to start with a 9. He can actually just pick numbers at random, and his opponent's going to die, so it doesn't really matter. Yep, and it appears he is just picking his numbers at random by going 9 here rather than swinging bigger. Yep, and his opponent concedes. So, honestly, don't know how great of a watch that was, but it's all good. It happens. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.